This is a Weekend Explorer Quick Trip. Lake Powell is in northern Arizona and southern Utah. For vacation this year, I invited some of my best friends to go for a week of houseboating on Lake Powell. Of course, I didn't realize until we set out that I was the only one with any boating experience. Although everyone, especially Michelle, was eager to learn.
How's it going, Michelle? You're so serious.
I'm just trying to keep the boat safe.
Alex was getting in his last social media fix since most of Lake Powell has no cell service. Meanwhile, Jason was out documenting the scenery. Michelle wanted to learn how to stand-up paddle, and before long she was doing yoga on it. I was waiting to see who was the biggest kid. No surprise, Alex. We made camp for the night in a quiet corner of Warm Creek Bay, a great place to decompress. It felt like we had this giant bay all to ourselves. One of the best times of day is sunset. This is a great time to relax on the top deck and enjoy this spectacle of nature, which is uniquely amazing every day.
What's going on? You guys are like exploring new territories. This is like the conquest of Africa or something.
With the arrival of Sean and Ron, we set off for beautiful Padre Bay. The guys had left right after work and drove all night to get here, so naps were in order. When we came across a kid flying with water jets, we decided we'd found a good neighborhood to call home. Who needs a gym when there are anchor holes to be dug?
Anchorman Alex.
The goal is not to get wet.
Good luck with that one.
I know, right?
It didn't take long for the fun to begin. It's important to remember when tubing, what comes around goes around. Michelle learned this the hard way. Houseboating allows everyone to choose their own form of relaxation. For Jason, this was reading and a nap, but everyone enjoyed kicking it in the hot tub. Time flies here, and before it seemed possible, Michelle was getting a quick paddle in before sunset. One of my favorite things to do on a houseboat is barbecue, and you are starving after a day of lake fun. Meanwhile, Jason pulled a fast one and secretly baked a cake. You have no idea how good food tastes after a day of playing hard on the lake. Oh, and about the cake.
Happy birthday, dear Jeffrey. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Woo! Cheers.
I was taken by surprise to learn that Iraq war vet and Midwest native Sean had never fished before, so I agreed to teach him.
Wow, you got a little tug on that. What'd you lose him?
He's gone! Dang it!
He definitely has his own style of fishing.
Oh yeah.
Sean had the releasing part down, but the catching part not so much.
Don't you dare. You ain't going nowhere.
In this attempt,
Ow.
he employed some of his wrestling experience.
Not today, sucker.
No.
In comparison to Sean, I'm a boring
That
fisherman.
wouldn't take long. Look at that nice fish. Right there.
That's a perfect catch.
Success at last.
You just pull him right in.
You gonna flop? Don't flop, don't flip.
He's gonna flop.
Ow. Okay. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. I got you. You're mine.
Stick your fingers right in there.
All right. Yes! Talk about a catch. That's perfect. Oh my God, I caught it. I grabbed it without a towel. I took the hook out. Woo! Sucker!
By the time we got back, the houseboat was waking up. Sean and Ron whipped up some breakfast for the rest of us. Cooking and eating together is one of the best things about houseboating, and Sean could be a chef. After breakfast, we set out to explore some of the giant walled canyons to be found here. Currently, drought has lowered water levels, revealing unique canyon formations not seen for a generation. This includes the Cathedral in the Desert, named because it is so serene as to be spiritually transcendent. Woo! We mentally prepared for this experience, only to find something more resembling a party than a church. After our initial surprise, we began to understand the awe held for this beautiful area of Lake Powell. We decided to climb the small waterfall to explore even farther up the canyon. This was no small feat, but we were encouraged by a large group that suddenly appeared on the rocks above us. Cliff jumping is common on Lake Powell, but it is forbidden by the National Park Service. We heard about a double arch exposed by the low water in Anasazi Canyon that was not on any of our maps. Lake Powell is massive, and it would take years for you to explore it all. Even just Anasazi Canyon by itself is large with multiple arms. The day was growing short, and we just had to make our best guess on which arms to follow if we were going to find the double arch before we had to head home. Each turn revealed beautiful new scenery. As the canyon narrowed and got shallower, it looked like we had hit the end of our journey. But I decided to push on just a little farther.
We almost gave up before we got here.
Just as we ran out of water, we found the double arch.
See the second arch back there?
See the... Yeah. That's cool.
Definitely a photo-worthy moment. Sean, in his unique way, showed how very shallow it was.
I can't go.
A great end to a week of fun with friends on Lake Powell. Join us online at www.weekendexplore.com or follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook.